Hi, everybody. I just wanted to share. So the last few weeks in the videos I've been doing, I've been sharing some of my most prized possessions and things that really mean a lot to me. And the reason they mean a lot to me is when I was younger and growing up, I was bullied and I was made fun of and I didn't have a lot of friends. But what I did have were resources and idols and people I could look to who worked really hard and achieve their dreams. So this week is a very special edition of what my most prized possessions are in my collections. This weekend, we learned of the passing of Phyllis George, Miss America 1971. And I got to meet her a few times and I got to have some conversations with her and get to know her a little bit. And she was one of the most lovely ladies you could ever want to meet. And everything you would think of Miss America would be, but just gracious, lovely. And I just want to share a story with you, a couple stories about how I met Phyllis George and how I got her to autograph my original program. And right there you see the autograph. And there's the original program. There's the backside, the Tony ad. This is the original, though, 1971 Miss America pageant program with Phyllis George. And how I got her to sign it is I've loved Miss America. So being gay, a lot of straight guys have football. And I'm not saying gay guys don't, but this gay guy didn't. I love Miss America. And I, every year with my Aunt Gail, we jiffy pop the popcorn and get in front of the TV every Saturday night in September when it was on, and root for our new Miss America. And what Miss America really embodied to me was, if you work really hard, practice hard, you can achieve your dreams. And it really was something I looked forward to every year. It was like my Super Bowl. So my Aunt Gail would, every year for me, she would cut out articles on Miss America, and then we would do that together, and it really became a tradition. So when the Miss America pageant back in 2005-06 wasn't going to be on television, I was really horrified. I was really like, I can't believe this is happening. And I didn't know you could just go to Miss America. So my Aunt Gail had found out that it was going to be in Las Vegas. And my husband, Patrick, then did some research and he got tickets to go to one of the preliminaries and then go to the final night of the Miss America pageant. And it was being held in Las Vegas. At that time, it was the Aladdin Hotel. It was just about to become Planet Hollywood, but it was the Aladdin Hotel. So we flew over to Las Vegas. I was really excited. And I brought by the way, this is the first, but I have every original from 1950. 6 until the present day Miss America program, and all articles. Before the internet, there were newspapers, and I would cut them out and put them in the book, and I'd write away and get it. But I took them, and everyone before I went said, "Oh, don't get your hopes up. You might not meet anyone." I thought, yeah. So we went to the Aladdin, and we were checking in, and the front desk girl said, "What are you guys here for?" And I said, "Oh, we're here for the Miss America pageant." And she said, "Oh, they're doing an autograph signing down the hall." And I say it was a fate by God. So I looked at Patrick. He said, "I'll take the bags upstairs. You go ahead." So I had a backpack with the programs. I was wearing a leather coat. I looked professional, had a professional type outfit on. And I went to where the girl told me, the front desk girl, and in the room was actually a press conference going on. There were no fans in there. It was just the press. And sure enough, who was the very first Miss America that caught my eye? There was a whole panel of Miss Americas. There was Kelly Cash, Heather French Henry, Angela Baracchio, Erica Dunlap, Maria Beal Fletcher, and the reigning Miss America that year, Deidre Downs. So who, though, caught my eye right away? Phyllis George. Now, if you're going to meet a Miss America, that's like the Mount Everest of Miss Americas. And there she was. But I didn't want to get kicked out. So I thought, well, just stay positioned. I saw a camera guy kind of next to me. So I kind of got next to him. Didn't say anything, just stood there, listened to them all answer questions. And Phyllis was talking about the program and how it was changing and how the traditions of Miss America. And I kept stepping. As the cameraman would step forward, I would step forward. Sure enough, press conference ends. I had my book ready. And sure enough, I went up to Phyllis George. I said, "Miss George, my name is Kevin Koretsky, and I am so honored to meet you." And she could not have been nicer. So she took her program and she signed it for me with a pen, as you see right there. It says, to Kevin, best wishes, Phyllis George. And I didn't want to hold her up or anything. And I got to meet the other Miss Americas who were there, and they were all lovely. So I got to meet Phyllis. Well, later that night, I went to the preliminaries, and I didn't get to show Phyllis something I wanted to show her. And in this picture right here, that was the second time I met her that day, and she was lovely. And what she's looking at is I had the articles from when she won. Still, and I have them still. I have the original articles that my Aunt Gail cut out for me about Miss America, when she won Miss America. And she was so impressed by that. But the picture she loved the most and that touched me the most was the picture with her parents. And I just thought that was so lovely to have these pictures and these articles. And she really enjoyed seeing them. And we actually had a whole conversation that evening about Miss America and the trajectory of it. And she was lovely. Well, from that point on, she could not have been nicer. And she always remembered me. We always had conversations. And I had mentioned when I got back to work after, going to the Miss America pageant, I mentioned to a friend of mine, I'm a flight attendant for a major airline. And the flight attendant, Grace Brockle, said, I have something for you. And Grace just put this on Facebook, but I want to give her a shout out. This is a picture of Phyllis when Grace is right there. And then there's Phyllis. 2 weeks after she had won the Miss America crown, she flew Braniff, and she gave me a copy of that picture. So I showed Phyllis, did that. And then another flight attendant I worked with also went to school with Phyllis in college at North Texas University and gave me a copy of when Phyllis was one of 13 who won the Yucca Queen. And there's Phyllis right there. And so in my book the next year, I showed her, she couldn't believe I had it. And I just treasure this. So, everyone in the news, everyone talks about her sense of humor. She had a great sense of humor. And in the book that I would have all the Miss Americas sign, she signed right there. I hope you can see it. Let me make sure. Love, Phyllis George, your Yucca Queen. So it's just an honor. And I'm honored to have gotten to meet her and know her. And what an icon and legend. And I just want everyone to know, whatever your dreams are, whatever your hopes are, fulfill them. I hope you enjoyed the story, and all my best and my prayers and thoughts out to Phyllis George's family, to the Forever Miss Americas, to the Miss America organization. Oh, and I want to share one thing I told Phyllis, and she loved this. So I told you I'm not a football fan, but every Sunday we'd go to my grandparents' house and football would be on during football season. The only part I liked was when NFL Today came on and Phyllis George was on. Thank you all so much for sharing some great memories with me. I hope you enjoy it. To all of you out there, have a great day, have a blessed day, and follow your dreams. Thanks.